State Senator Kelly Hancock, a Republican from North Richland Hills, is the vice chair of the Texas Senate Committee on Water, Agriculture, and Rural Affairs. He joins us this morning. Thanks for being here, sir.
No, I appreciate it. Good morning.
So where do we go from here? What is the state solution that's on the table this session?
Well, it is an all-encompassing solution. And so fortunately, the state and our economic growth and the fact that we've been such an economic engine, we have revenues. And I think we're looking for the first time in a while, specifically regarding water, at what are our long-term needs. We've recently got new demographic numbers that, we were growing at 1,200 a day for a while, then it was 13. The latest numbers show us growing at 1,600 a day. And especially up in North Texas, we know that growth coming, and this is just Texas and Texans trying to do what we do is prepare for the future and come up with, while we have the revenues, come up with the mechanism, just like those that established the lakes that we have in the state today, that pretty much are all man-made lakes, looking to the future and making sure that we're establishing the foundation to address our water needs, not only today, but definitely, 30, 40, 50 years out.
Do you foresee the state passing a dedicated funding stream? Last time we did the Texas Water Fund, just $1 billion. Is that going to be enough, or do we need to be sending consistent money that way?
Well, I think we have to be sending consistent money, but we need a large influx this time. And I keep referring to it. We need a Texas-sized plan. We need Texas-sized funding, and that means today, and it means ongoing in the future. The total funding needs that they're talking about are $150 billion, not $1 million, $150 billion to meet our growing needs and our future needs in the state. And of course, the less we put into that fund, the longer it's going to take, the more expensive it's going to be. The more we're able to contribute this session and with those ongoing cash flows going year after year, the more we're able to do that, the less it's going to cost and the faster we're going to be able to get these, get all the water we need in place and ready to go, along with repair and conservation.
So $150 billion into the future. What would that money get us? What are the tools that we need to buy with that money?
Yeah, great question. And it's a little bit of everything. When we talk about water, it really is, and even in this plan, it is an all of the above. I mean, we've got a lot of leaky pipes. We got a lot of lost water that we need to repair those. We've got reservoirs we need to address. We got agreements that we need to look at with neighboring states. And so it really is kind of an all of the above to meet the goals and demands that we're going to have in the future, as well as today. We've seen farms shut down, and we've seen businesses shut down because of lack of water in certain places of the state. But we are a big state. In certain places, we have ample water. In other places, we are lacking. And so it is going to take us all working together to meet the long-term needs, not just for our grandkids, but for our grandkids. And fortunately, we have some legislators that are looking more in a visionary standpoint. Thanks, Charles Perry is one of those. And it's just up to us as legislators to carry that out, that we aren't looking just simply to get reelected, but we're looking out for Texas and Texans that are yet to be born.
So the reservoir plan that was on the docket, Marvin Nichols out there in East Texas, it looks like it's in limbo at the moment. We don't know how it's going to play out with the bills filed in the legislature. Do we need that reservoir, or could there be other sources elsewhere?
Well, we're looking at other sources, and like I said before, everything's on the table. Mm-hmm. And so we're looking at all, but we do want to work together. We're not looking to disrupt what's happening in East Texas. Look, those are our neighbors, and we've got to get along with them. We need each other, and I'm sure we'll find ways to work together.
Any low-hanging fruit on the table? You think that we could get water quickly, or is that just a fool's errand? Is water's never going to come quickly?
No, I think you always negotiate and try to get that. And when we say quickly is a relative term, no matter where you find it, there are going to have to be pipes in the ground, and you are going to have to transfer that water from one location to the next. But what we can do today is invest in the infrastructure to make sure the immediate thing we do is kind of repair those leaky pipes and stop some of the water loss we have. as well as continued research in how we can utilize spent water and better utilize that in a safe way, obviously.
All right, Senator Kelly Hancock, thanks for joining us this morning.
No, I appreciate it. Thanks, Phil. Have a good one.